What is good, T-Bay Podcast? It's your boy Big Hollow. We are back and we got...
Hey, man, it's Tiana here. Aunties, it's getting cold. They said it's 17 degrees outside. I'm ready to cuddle.
Cuddling on the couch or cuddling in the bed?
Ooh, cuddle on the couch.
Couch too, yeah.
Couch cuddles are elite. Couch cuddles are elite.
We got a special guest today. Go
Very
ahead.
special.
That doesn't wear a jacket.
That doesn't wear a jacket.
Okay, not so much on my no jacket.
Well, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Essence. That's all I gotta say.
So what do you do these days?
I'm a private chef and I'm also a model, or I guess you could say a video vixen. I do music videos.
So let's get straight into it.
Yeah.
You just did a very, very big video with one formerly known as Playboy Cardi.
Formerly
Yes.
known. What is he known as now?
Hey, look, I formerly known as Playboy Cardi. He's not the Cardi that I remember. But anyway.
Oh, that's what you mean.
You did the video with Playboy Cardi. Let's just get into it. How did that come about?
So one of the casting agencies that I model for had hit me up one night, late night, and was like, I need you for this event. I was thinking that I was going to dance at a party, and he did let me know that Playboy Cardi was going to be there, but I wasn't thinking it was a music video because I don't really listen to Cardi. And so I arrive on set and I find out it's a music video for Cardi and Travis Scott. And so I was like, oh wow. Okay. That's what's up.
How many people noticed you when the video dropped?
You mean people that I know?
Yeah.
I feel like not too many because it's not a lot of people I know that do listen to Cardi, but it was a few people who DM'd me and they're like, this is you. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, the fuck? Like, what?
Is that? Nah. And I was like, nah. Then she posted it. Oh, wow. And I was like, oh, that was you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that was that's pretty cool. How, for the Cardi fans out here, how is Playboy Cardi in real life?
Okay, so I know he has a very cult-like fan base, and so I didn't even know I was gonna meet him, but even still, I always thought that my first impression of him was going to be he's exactly like how he is on social media, which I know people have a persona, but most of the rappers that I have worked with, they
are pretty much the same.
Yeah, that's how they are. But meeting him in person, he was such a gentleman. He treated me like a princess the whole time. I'm sitting here, he making me tea and all this shit, and I'm like, damn, okay, this is very different. This is not what his persona gives off, but he's very normal in person. I had fun.
Good.
So what were you like in the video? Because you thought you were gonna be dancing for a party.
Yeah.
And which video is it? Because I know he dropped 2 videos.
Backrooms.
Which one was that?
That was the one where he's really walking to the back room.
Oh,
she was on the table.
Because he dropped one where they're in the kitchen too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, no, she was on the table with all the money. Is the money real?
Yeah.
That was all real money?
That was all real money. Yeah. He brought that big ass bag of money. That was all real money.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Did he let you get any?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
That's what's up.
He paid me very well for that video.
Okay.
Props to him.
That's what's up. Shout out Playboy Cardi.
So who out of all the people that you work with, who do you think was was he the nicest person?
He probably comes in a close second.
To who?
I did a music video for Big Blanco and TK Kravitz, and Blanco and his wife were probably the nicest people that I've ever worked for. Just made sure that we were taken care of. Just so fun to be on set with. But yeah, he comes in close second.
Okay. So I know you said you are a private chef as well. What got you into cooking? Because I've been seeing you chef it up on Instagram when you do post your food, and I ain't gonna lie, shit looks amazing. I've actually had your food a couple times, and her food is phenomenal.
Okay, first answer that question. What got you into it? Now I got a question after that.
So when I was younger, I used to want to be a chef. As a little kid, that's I'm gonna be a chef. That's what I'm gonna do. And then as I got older, I was like, well, I don't really want to do that anymore, and ended up going to school for business. But I feel like just like my love for cooking. I've always loved to cook. So like being in Atlanta, I, being around people who are in the industry and being around modeling and all that, like there's always opportunities where you had got to step in and do something. And that's how private chefing started. I was at a modeling event and the caterer that was supposed to be there ended up not being able to come. So I was like, well, I love to cook. I'm just going to bring a bunch of foods. That's what I did. I brought a bunch of soul food. And people started posting it on their stories and started tagging me and like, oh, like you need to book Essence. And at that time I wasn't private chefing, but from then on, like people started hiring me from there, and I was like, oh, I can really make money off of this. So it's just been like ever since then.
Well, so what do you season your food with?
Everything.
Like, what is your, if you had to make a cabinet of like, we'll give you like six things, what would you say?
6 spices. That's a good salt and pepper. First of all,
sure.
You gotta have garlic powder. Always have to have garlic. I would add onion powder, but you only gave me 6, so let's add it in there. Let's add it in there. Let's add it in there. Okay.
These last 2 are crucial.
I love Tony's. Tony seasoning and probably some Old Bay, because people be like Old Bay is only for seafood. That lets you know you don't have any like seasoning profile, because it's really not.
I used to put Old Bay with like stuff that I put eggs in.
I'm not gonna lie, I used to put Old Bay and eggs in ramen noodles.
See, but you on game though.
Fire. Fire.
What do you think your best dish is that you cook?
I love, like, this is my all-time favorite. I love to make like a roast rack of lamb and like a white wine sauce. Should be so good.
Okay. So out of the things that you do, what is your favorite? Like, what do you prefer to do most? Modeling, chefing, or singing? Because you do sing as well.
I love singing, but probably chefing. I love cooking. Like, being in the kitchen is so therapeutic for me. And eventually I want to open a jazz club. So like me being able to cook, it's like, it doesn't feel like work to me. Like, you have clients like they should be so complicated, and I know like me being the complexion that I am and like mainly cooking for Black people, stepping into the kitchen, they're always like, oh, well, like we're gonna troll you so hard if you can't cook, like make sure that you can really cook, and they be giving me such a hard time. And then they taste the food and they're like, oh, she can throw down, like she really know what she doing in the kitchen.
So since you brought up your complexion, where exactly are you from? Like, what are you?
I'm mixed, white and Black. My mom's side of the family is Native American and Irish, and then my dad's side is Nigerian.
Okay.
Oh, man. Well, yo, we run into so many, like, bruh. Shout out, first of all, who got the best jollof rice?
Ghana.
You're the first person that has Nigerian in you that has admitted that somebody else makes better jollof.
I feel like it's because I didn't grow up in Nigeria. I grew up in Uganda, which is in East Africa. But also, like, just being in different people's homes and like different places in Africa, Ghana definitely has the best jollof rice.
That's crazy.
Sorry, Nigerians.
So what was the difference in living in Africa and living in America?
When my family first moved to Africa, I didn't like it very much, and I think I was old enough that I already kind of had life established in America. So I'm like, why the fuck are you moving me to Africa? You're taking me away from everything. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? But then, like, growing up there and just like moving back to America and like seeing how life is and seeing how people function, especially because I was born on the West Coast. So I moved from West Coast to Africa, and then from Africa to here down south, and just like seeing all the different changes. I'm so grateful that I was raised in Africa. I love it out there. It's tropical, it's so communal, everybody knows everybody. Like, it's just like this very, when I try to compare it, I'd be like, it's like living in Jamaica.
Oh, wow. So what do you think the biggest misconception is that Americans have about Africa?
I feel like the biggest is probably when it comes to like the African charities and how Africans have no money, nowhere to sleep. It's so barbaric out there. It's so like we live in Bible times, which mind you, in certain places we do. But overall, we don't really have homeless people in Africa. Everybody has somewhere to go at the end of the night. The whole hunger problem is not really as big as people say. And at the end of the day, most of these charities that promote feeding hungry kids in Africa it's just a facade for more white men putting money in their own pockets.
Oh wow, she's cooking.
She is.
She's cooking.
Okay.
Because I remember there was a white
Oh my
dude, right?
God.
And he was like, I showed him a picture of Lagos, right? And he was like, that's not Africa. They don't have buildings like that in Africa.
That's crazy because
So close-minded.
we have big cities. We've got shopping malls. We've got big apartment buildings, like all this big, fancy, rich, and expensive stuff. But because America's got or the West in general has such like a polluted view of what Africa is, people don't show that. But Africa is a beautiful continent with so much to offer, but I just feel like, because how America has shown it, we don't get a chance to show that, and we don't get a chance for Africa to really become what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, because I think like 90% of Americans' first view into what Africa looks like is in the arms of the
I
angel.
swear to God.
For 3 cents a day, you can
You can support this child.
You know,
3 cents really gonna
It's
do?
so funny because, like, in Africa, me and my family will be sitting at the table, like, with all our friends and all the different people from our villages, and we'll make jokes. You know how, like, people be like, oh, there's starving kids in Africa. We'll sit down and be like, oh, my God, there's starving kids in America.
That's insane.
Make fun of it because it's just so crazy, like, everybody's view of Africa, and we're just sitting here like, okay.
So the transition from living in Africa to living in Atlanta alone at that, how was that for you? 'Cause
You came back out here by yourself? So the rest of your family's still in Africa?
Yeah.
Bold move.
Very bold.
Bold move.
Very bold. So how has that, like, what was that like when you first got here? And what made you say, I'm going to go to Atlanta?
So when I first moved back, I had moved to Virginia, and that's actually where I went to college. And I went to Liberty University, which is a Christian university. And I grew up very, very sheltered. Like, I love my family, but they did not prepare me for what the outside world was going to be like in any way. So after, going to college, I had a friend who was like, well, come up to Atlanta with me for the summer. You can decide what you want to do, whether you want to go back home or, because I didn't have family here for real. And so I ended up moving up here and just ended up staying. And it was hard. It was hard as fuck. Like, I'm a little baby 19-year-old. I'm on my own. Like, I don't have any family. I'm doing everything by myself. And it was really hard, especially the transition from being raised in Africa to now living in America. My outside view of life and the way that I treated people, I learned very quickly that America's not like that. America will suck the life out of you. And that was really hard to learn.
So your first year in Atlanta, walk me through that. So did you start modeling that first year when you moved here?
I did not, no.
So what got you into modeling? Or where was that first opportunity for you that brought you into modeling?
That's a good question. When I first moved back to Atlanta, I lived way outside the city. I lived all the way in Monroe, Georgia. So, like,
wow.
that's the middle of nowhere. Like, but I was waitressing and whatnot, just like, on Instagram, but not like working on building my platform or anything. I never wanted to be a model. Like, I'm 5'2". Like I said, was very sheltered. Modeling was never in the cards for me. But, after I moved out of my friend's house and got my own place and my Instagram started to blow up a little bit, I had started dancing first. And from there, that's where people started to pick up on, like, oh, like, she's really pretty. We can get her into modeling. And from there, it just kind of, like, took off.
Where did you dance at?
I danced at a little back room club called Knockouts.
Is it on Old National?
Yes.
Oh.
Hold. How long ago was this?
This was it's like a year ago now.
I think I have you on video.
What?
Like, they had a showcase one night right? Right? Does it sound familiar? So there was a showcase. This is crazy. This is insane.
Ain't no way.
No, listen. Because when she started talking, I was like, I'm like, I've seen her before somewhere. I can't think of where it is. But, you know, hey, man.
Yep.
Yeah, so they had it was like an open mic showcase. Yeah. And she had the host. So we did like a whole video. Yeah. So I recorded like everybody in the thing, the showcase, her dealing with the DJs, and made like a recap video of the showcase. And we were doing like artist interviews in there, like interviews with the artists and stuff. So that's why I was like, I'm thinking in my head. Boy. So when you said knockout,
that's crazy. Because every time someone would be like, oh, especially like a tipper would be like, oh, were you dancing? Like, let me come support you. I'd say knockouts, and they'd be like, where the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like,
and it's so crazy because the only reason I remember knockout is because should I say this? There was this.
Go ahead.
Listen, there was this girl, right?
Okay.
And like, she would do stuff on her Instagram, and I'm like, how the fuck did she do that? And she always used to promote this thing, and I thought it was boxing the whole time. So look. So when I pulled up and I looked at the sign, I was like, and when I walked in, I seen her, and I was like, oh no,
this
this is crazy.
This is the gym.
Yeah. So
dead, ain't no way.
So that's why like knockout is like ingrained in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Shout out knockout, man.
That's crazy.
That's crazy how small everything is here.
That's crazy.
Y'all literally been in a room together and did not know.
Yeah.
Did not have any idea.
So, dancing, how was that for you here? I know I've heard some horror stories with dancing, but how was your experience? You can be honest. It's a safe space.
It was. I feel like at the time that I did start dancing, I was very naive, and it was very easy for me to, I guess men thought it was very easy to take advantage of me. Like when I got into dancing, the promoter at the club who had gotten me a job there, he was very quick to take advantage because he saw a helpless young girl who lived in Atlanta who didn't have anybody and who needed help, which I guess I did give off that because in all reality, that's what I was. Yeah. So, you know, me living in this big new city, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm finna go be fucking Cardi B in the club and make a whole bunch of money, and like it's gonna help me like set up my life and whatever. And I quickly realized, and this is not go for all clubs, but something like that, the club that Knockouts is, it was really just a gateway for girls to get into prostitution, and that's all it was, and that was not me in any way. So I had to get out of that real quick.
Listen, so Knockout, like, it's not your average club, all right? It's not like it's not like Magic. It's not like Diamonds or.
Is it like what's that show?
You have to go to see the vibe. And like when I was there, like I've been around the world, so I've seen things, and I know what this is, right? Like sometimes I'm like, maybe I should go back over there type thing.
I know what this is.
Yeah.
So you got out of dancing and went into modeling. What was your first modeling gig, and how was that for you? And how'd you get out? Like, what got you out of that club specifically?
I think what really got me out of the club is just realizing that I wasn't gonna make any money dancing. I was gonna make money sleeping with men, and I was not down for that.
Oh, it was one of those clubs.
I'll be damned before I sell some coochie for $250.
Listen,
that's not,
bro. There's a veteran from Gwinnett, all right, a backroom veteran, all right. She was out here scamming the system, but that's what they is. You know, hey.
I'm telling you, like people really don't be thinking that these girls are on that, but like how you think they afford all the shit that they be posting on their page? It's not from their little 9-to-5 job that they claim that they have. That's not what it's from. It's because they popping pussy for someone. And I don't judge nobody. Like, do what you need to do, but don't lie about it, because we know what you're doing. And these little clubs that these girls be hosting at and bartending at, all they are there for is to get tricks. They're not making no money at the club. They're not. Now, Blue Flame, Magic, Cheetah, those are clubs where you do make money. Like, they're very strict about their policies about who comes in and out the club. But in these little back row clubs and bars, the girls are not making their money dancing or waitressing. They're making it on the side from the men that come in the club.
Wow. I've only had one idea of strip clubs, and I've been to the bigger ones, and I was like, damn, these girls make some money in here. Didn't know much about.
Yeah, you go to the ones where like the dance minimum is like $5 and stuff like that,
Yep.
or there's no dance minimum. Like,
Damn.
Like, I remember when I first had gone to knockouts, and me not knowing like what to charge people for a dance or whatever, like I'm asking my manager at the time, like, what am I supposed to charge? Because now when you do go to like a professional club, they do have a minimum, which someone can give you more, but they have a minimum. They can't go below that, because you know it's a work establishment. But at clubs like this, he was like, oh, just like, you know, get as much as you can out of them. So me being young and not yet knowing how to ask men for money, I'm like, well, you do like $20 for like 5 songs. And it was very easy for men to manipulate me, because I knew what they was trying to do. Like, they come in the club, they just trying to get their little shit off and leave.
Not their little shit off.
so how do you feel like? How do you feel like that stint in your life may like affect your future?
To be honest, like, I know if my platform really does blow up and I really get to where I want to be, like, your past is always going to come back in one way or another. But at the end of the day, the one thing that I do know is that I'm not in any way ashamed of anything that I've done. Everybody has to make it somehow, and at the end of the day, I feel like as long as you learn from what you've done, you learn from your mistakes, you learn from your past, whether it be good or bad, it's going to help your future. And at the end of the day, like, I do have a daughter and I have a family, and I want to have a family in the future. Like, all that will come up, but it's not nothing that I feel like I need to lie about, because that was a point in my life where I was very low. But I'm going to let you know, that's where I was, and this is where I am now. I was able to come from down there to up here. So it's nothing that I need to feel ashamed about or regret, because it's all a part of my life story.
Do you feel like you're going to have difficulty explaining, like, if your daughter does ask you, Mommy, how did you get to where you're at today? Do you feel like it's going to be difficult to have that conversation?
Absolutely not. And I feel like at the end of the day, I am like an open book. Like, everybody, you know, has a life story and goes through different things. And I was a 19-year-old who was very sheltered. I didn't have any idea what the outside world was like. So this is me just trying to find a way to survive. And I pray to God my daughter never has to go through that. But me being raised in a family where at 18 I was given the boot, unfortunately, I did have to go through that. Yeah. But, you know, knowing my daughter and like the life that I'm going to be able to give her, hopefully she'll never have to go through that. But even if she does, I hope that my experiences help her learn for the better.
So why did you get the boot at 18?
What'd you say?
So you said you got the boot at 18. What do you mean by that?
My parents were just the type where they were like, okay, you are in our house till 18, then once you are 18, like, you gotta leave. But also, like, me, given what I had gone through with high school and having my daughter, they were quick to have me out the house.
Oh, really? So you had your daughter in high school?
I had my daughter a couple months before I graduated. I had just turned 18. I had my daughter the week after I turned 18.
Okay. So, and her father is in Africa?
Yes.
How is that, like, dynamic?
Well, to be honest, the situation with my daughter was non-consensual. He was a lot older than me, so I was a minor at the time. So he's not involved in her life at all. Like, even after everything happened and me, like, or people finding out that I was pregnant, me explaining that it wasn't something that I wanted, and people not believing me, like, we still gave him a chance. Like, okay, this is your daughter. You can either step up or you can go away. And he went away, and we haven't seen him since, which I feel like is for the better, because at the end of the day, he was not a good person. He was not a good man. So
how old was he at the time?
he was about 24.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to dive too deep into that, but like, sorry to that
I
happened
hate that happened
to you.
to you.
Yeah.
That
Like,
shit's crazy.
at the end of the day, like, you can, be irritated or angry towards the situation, but something that I'm really happy about is that I'm obviously not happy that it happened, but I'm happy it happened to me, because at the end of the day, I will never be ashamed of my story. And me being able to speak up about something like that helps so many young people, because I guess, like, the whole, like, rape culture, we're taught to be so quiet about it and not say anything about it. And the truth is that it happens to so many young men and women every day. And them, like, me being able to be a voice for that, like, I have so many people who come up to me and hear my story and be like, well, this happened to me, and I haven't felt comfortable telling anybody, but I feel comfortable telling you. And that, to me, is amazing. So I'd never be quiet about anything that ever happened.
So how do you feel about, like, like you said, that culture stuff? Like, we just had the situation with, like, Boston. What's his name?
Boston Richie.
Yes. How do you feel about that?
Another thing that I learned in Atlanta is that a lot of these men that be, like, in the media and all that, a lot of them fuck with girls that's underage.
Yeah.
A lot of them do. And
There is a podcast that is unreleased on the people of Atlanta, and it was she told me, she texted me after the pod and was like, can you not release it? I don't want to be in danger or anything, so I never released it. But
That culture
like,
is crazy here,
it's
bro.
I'm talking about not, and you think like 17, 18, because the girl, she like turned 18 like what, last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
This girl was 14. And like, I'm like
what?
and I'm talking about
I don't get it, bro.
like producers that are like
Top of the top.
20, 27, 28. Yeah, I'm like, Nick, like what, how do you even find yourself in those situations for that to happen?
Why do you put yourself in that? Like,
I
that shit's crazy.
think, and like, so first of all, growing up in Africa, we have a lot of underage girls who marry much older men, which that's like a whole different topic. But I think that me growing up in that, and also like being a young girl who, like, even though I had a father and he loved me very much, but I feel like young girls who maybe they're not told enough that they're loved and accepted, or they're not shown enough, because even though I had a father, he let me know early on my opinion should never matter. And I truly do believe that
Your
you as
opinion or his
his
opinion?
opinion.
Oh, okay.
And I truly do believe that you as a father, you as a man, you're the first man that I fall in love with. Your opinion should be the only opinion that matters until I'm outside of the home. So I feel like girls who grow up in that situation, even if they do have a good family, when they don't have that implanted in their mind and their heart, they seek approval from men. So, you underage, you out with your friends. It doesn't matter who it is, and it doesn't matter how old he is. You're seeking fatherly approval from these men. And so you just, you're going to allow yourself to be put in any situation. And so these young girls whose minds are very easily bent, and these older men know that. Like, whether people want to accept it or not, it's predatory behavior. And so you've got, these producers and these artists who prey on these young women purposely because they know that they're easy, and because they'll do whatever they say.
It's
crazy, bro.
Yes.
It's really sick, because it's a tough topic, bro. That's a tough topic to get into. I hate that you went through what you went through, but I'm gonna commend you, because
Thank you.
You bounced back and you're in a successful position now, and I think you're doing pretty damn good for yourself.
Thank you.
I just have like no remorse for people who have like children and don't want to guide them in the best direction. Like, that they feel, or they don't want to feel responsible for where their child is. Like, you should at least have a standard to say, look, You should at least have a standard to say, like, look, this is the bare minimum of what your life you should accept. And guidance, explanation. Like, I knew I was ready to have a child when I got to the point where I said, I am going to know how to explain what I need to explain to them. Now I can have a child. That I think that's where most people should get to.
Yeah, sure.
What about you?
I'll be honest, bro. Like, I feel like if you are in a position to where you think that way when you have a kid, why'd you have the child in the first place? You're bringing the child into chaos. You don't want to bring a child into chaos, bro. That's not fair to the kid because they didn't choose to be here, you know?
And
so
a lot of people might do it because they're upset they were born into chaos. And it's like, I hate when people make decisions, because I even tell my girl this all the time, like, the decisions we make now are still for our children.
100%.
Like, our children aren't here yet, but we're still making, we can't put this much time here or there because we're taking away from our children at that moment. I think once people can think like that in life, because you're always thinking about the future, and your actions, you'll be more conscious of the actions that you take.
Yeah. So we got a little deep. We got really deep, really deep. So let's circle back to you again, and let's talk about modeling. We never got to the modeling side of things. How was your first gig as an official, like being in front of the camera, posing and all that? How did that go for you?
I think like the first time being in front of the camera, because I've never been like body conscious. Like, I love my body, but like, you know, there's always like little insecurities like I have as a woman where like, oh my God. And so like being in front of a camera and like having people just like dote on me and tell me that I'm so pretty and that, you know, this and that. And like, I was very nervous. I was like, what am I doing? I don't know how to pose. Like, I didn't know how to do my makeup for real. Not just that, like the first ever set that I was on, the girl they had do my makeup, it looked so bad. Like, it looked so bad. And I know that I'm very, very light skinned, but at that time, like, it was summertime, my skin's darker. The girl they brought in did not put makeup on that matched my tan. Like, it was very giving cakey and like a bright shiny red lip, and I was just like, I felt like such a mess. I was like, this is not for me. Like,
oh my goodness.
But like after that, it was like, you know, people liked the post, and I was like, okay, like I can get into this a little bit. But I think that like it really, like the gig, or not even the gig, but like working, one of my favorite people that I ever like worked with, and I still work with him this day, is his brand is Saber brand, and his name's Ace, and he does like very futuristic like swimwear, athletic wear, that type of thing. I did some modeling for him and like went on a couple trips with him and his brand, and like that was just like, that's what set it off, like gave me that confidence. Like, okay, like I'm really pretty, like I can really do this. Like, I don't gotta be 5'8", I don't have to be 6 foot 6'2" to be a model. Like, I can be in my own lane and just like explore this and have fun. So I think that's what really like set it off.
So what are some of the challenges that you faced with modeling in Atlanta? Because I heard it's pretty cutthroat here. So what are some of the challenges that you've had to deal with in your journey?
I think that one of the biggest problems, this might sound weird coming from like a modeling perspective, being in Atlanta, I always just think I am not thick enough. I feel like I'm always the skinniest girl on set, which, mind you, before I moved to Atlanta, I love being petite. Like, I was that girl in college. It was like, ooh, like this girl bad as fuck, right? Like, you know, going out to parties, and it was like being with the football team and all that different shit. So I was like, okay, moving to Atlanta, I love my body. Then when I started modeling, and I'm seeing all these girls that got these big old juicy booties, and they got BBLs and all that type of thing, I'm thinking like, oh my God, I'm so skinny. Like, why do people even look at me? Why do people like me? And it just felt like, okay, I'm not good enough to be on set. And it felt weird because I'd always walk on a set and people would look at me and talk to me like I was the prettiest girl there, but I didn't feel it inside. So I really feel like it was like, I always feel like I'm skinny as fuck in just this little box.
Did that ever make you contemplate getting work done?
You ever thought about being a BBL warrior?
You know, I never wanted to get a big old BBL, but I did get a consultation for getting a petite BBL.
What is that?
It's basically where they just round out like your side booty a little bit and just like enhance your shape. Not like a big old like yeah, they just like enhance. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the crazy thing is that people always talk about it. Oh, it's the niggas that make the girls get BBLs. It's the men that make them insecure.
You look into the camera. I know what you're about to say. Go ahead.
It's the women, okay? It's the women. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter where I go. If I hold my head up and I know that I'm looking bad as fuck, I know all the niggas is looking at me, and I know it makes the women mad, okay? And it's the women talking down on each other that make us get the surgeries. It's not the men. The men are the ones who pay for it. And yes, it's a trend. So now men feel like, oh, they got to date a girl that's got a BBL because it's cool and it's in. But it's not the men making us get surgery on our bodies. It's the hate the women have for other women.
Bro, that's why I be trying to tell people, like, the word bitch and hoe was not a man thing. Yeah. They use it, but back in the day when Buddy used to be out and his wife was at home running the streets, it was the neighbor women that was like, she's such a, look at that hussy over there.
Look at that skeezer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That Jezebel.
Yeah, like, and the hate between women is insane.
It's insane, and it's so deep, and it speaks on, and I'm gonna speak when it comes to like black women. I just really feel like the deep insecurity and the generational trauma that is instilled in all of us from us growing up and being kids to our mothers before us, it really does need to be dealt with, because it's gotten to a point now where women hate on each other so much that that's all there is. Like, people talk about, oh, there's no good women anymore. There's no traditional women. There's no this and that. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the type of girl who's going to be like, yeah, the girl needs to be in the house cooking and cleaning, da-da-da. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about women who are genuine in their emotions and their feelings and the way they treat others and the way they love themselves and treat themselves. We don't have that anymore, and that's something that needs to be brought back, but people are afraid to face it because there's just so much that's backing it. They're like, okay, it's easier for us to be rude and for us to be a grown-ass woman and have to fight to get, you know, our point across instead of just sitting down and discussing it. It's really women.
See, I'm glad you say sit down and discuss and not listen, right? Because people need to understand we can have conversations. Yes. We can talk. We don't have to, it's not an argument. We're just you're saying your point, I'm saying mine.
Exactly.
And then we can compromise if we want to.
Exactly.
And I really do feel like when it comes like sitting down and have a discussion, at the end of the day, something people need to start to realize, you're not always going to agree with each other. Just because you don't agree with each other doesn't mean that one person is right and one person is wrong.
She's cooking. She's cooking.
To be so young.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
21.
Just turned
21.
It's crazy though, because like you've been through a lot, and the way that you speak, it shows that, okay, I've been through hell and back, but I'm still here.
But it means that you paid attention though.
Yeah.
Like people always, you will never be able to buy yourself out of misery. But if you pay attention though, like, you will figure out how to get out your situation, because you're in it. So why not just focus on what's actually happening, get out your feelings, and get out of it. Like, and you'll be fine after that. Like, I think
that's a word. This is we've been getting a lot of like inspirational and motivational vibes, bro. Like, it's whew. I appreciate you showing up today. I'm just listening to that now, for real. So let's talk about some of your hardships on your journey. I know you did the dancing thing. What were some of the things that you did in your career or on your journey to get where you're at today, where you were like, okay, I know this isn't the best option, but it's going to help me get to where I need to be?
Probably OnlyFans.
Hold on, what? What was the question?
What was something that you did that you didn't necessarily want
to
get you to where you were today.
Okay, so how was OnlyFans that?
First and foremost, I should say I don't judge anybody for anything that they do. Like, I have a lot of friends who are sex workers, and shout out to them because they be making their money. They be making their money, and I be like, more power to you. But I started OnlyFans because I needed some quick money, and I know the niggas be on my body. So I was like, why don't I make some money off of this? And it's great because I made $10K my first month off of OnlyFans.
How much?
$10K.
Did you see, like, was that after taxes? How does that work?
So when you create your OnlyFans account and do your ID verification and everything, like, they have your W-2 on there. Yeah, that's all. Like, this was 10K after taxes, right?
Sheesh.
So it was good, and it's crazy because I didn't have like a huge platform. It was just what I put out there, how I put it out there, and I did solo content. Men love to see solo content. Like, you a girl that's doing that shit by yourself, you know, you have sex appeal and all that, like, people gonna buy your shit. And so it was a great way to get money, and it was blowing up very, very fast for me. Like, the first collab I ever did was with Dabgasms, and he's still my friend to this day. Like, he's so cool. But it just kind of like was taking off. Like, my Twitter and everything was blowing up, and I was like, I had to sit back and be like, this is not me. Like, this is not what I want to do. Like, even though I was making good money, it was so mentally and spiritually draining because it's like I felt like I was selling my body, and that's not what I wanted to do. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm so smart. I have scholarships to all these colleges. I have all these different work opportunities. I have all these people that want to connect and reach out with me. Why am I resorting myself to this? Like I said, I don't judge anybody, but I feel like if you can do more, because at the end of the day, you're worth more than just putting it all out on the internet for $15 a month for everybody to see.
$15 a month and $10K. That means it was probably like 15.
Okay, here's the thing though. Even though I was making a lot a month, it's not because from subscribers. It was from custom messages that people had. And it's crazy because, like, I still, even though I don't do OnlyFans anymore, like, the two, like, biggest, I guess you say, tippers on there, they still pay my rent every month. And it's not off sexual content, it's off of my feet. They love my feet.
Like, that's what, like I understand why girls get out here and feel like they have to survive, but, like, I'm not saying the game is on easy. All right? I'm not saying the game is on easy, but nigga,
your feet. Here's what I'm gonna tell you, okay? And I'm gonna tell every single girl in Atlanta because I'm tired of these broke ass hoes, okay? It be some pretty ass females, a whole lot prettier than me. They be broke as fuck because they don't know how to market and they don't know how to use their feminine wiles to their advantage, okay? Ain't no reason that you lived in Atlanta and you should be broke, baby. Atlanta is a money city. It's a content creation city. It is full of a whole bunch of niggas that got a whole bunch of money. Ain't no reason that you should be broke.
But I think, like, some people don't want to have to get it from niggas, though. Like,
you don't have to get it from men. That's not what I'm saying. There's so many opportunities that if you allow yourself to be at the right place at the right time, you will be put into an opportunity where you will be making money. I'm not saying you got to get a man to trick off of you, but it's a lot of influential men in this city where if you were in the right place at the right time, they will put you into a work opportunity and have you working as whether it's as an assistant, whether you're modeling, whether you're in music videos, you know, that will have you making money. Like, when I started doing music videos, I was a waitress. I was working for tips in a restaurant and had someone who came in and ate and was like, I have a connection for you. That was one of the first music videos that I was in. So it's no reason why you should be a young, pretty girl in Atlanta and you struggling and you not making any money and you out here, like I said, popping pussy for someone who can't even afford to pay your rent every month. It's no reason you should be doing that.
The game, bro. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like the game is on easy for men too, but I don't think men see it though.
I damn sure don't see it. Hold on. Let's circle back. Mm-hmm. She gets her rent paid every month off feet.
Off my toes.
Just off your toes.
Off my toes.
Do they like both pay your rent, or like the income from both equals your rent?
They both pay my rent, but they both think they the only one paying my rent.
Dog. Like,
what? No, it's crazy because like one of them, and the thing is, one of them I've never like really interacted with him in person, and like I don't send him no nudity, no nothing. It's purely my feet. Like he pays for my pedicure and everything like that. And I had texted him a few days ago, and I thought that I had wanted this dog. My friend was selling a Yorkie puppy, and I'm like, I really want this dog. She was selling it for $500, purebred Yorkie puppy. So I texted him and I was like, well, I think I want this puppy. And he's like, well, how much is it? And I was like, well, it's $500, but like you don't have to pay for it. I can pay for it. And he sent me the money right then and there.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just about how you talk to them.
My life on all Madden. I ain't gonna cap,
bro. Hall of Fame,
Hall of Fame, all Madden. It's just a text got you $500. Did you get a dog?
First of all, no. Let's get to the real question. Did you text him so he would buy the puppy?
No, not really, because I didn't end up getting the puppy. I texted him because we do like friendly back and forth conversation. I had texted him a picture of me with the dog, and he was like, oh, whose puppy is that? And I'm like, well, my friend is selling the puppy, and he knows I've been wanting a puppy for a little while. So he's like, oh, well, are you gonna buy it? And I said, well, you know, it's a Yorkie puppy. I really wanted the Yorkie. It's $500. And that's when the conversation happened, and he sent me the money.
So he sent you the money.
Yes.
But you didn't get the puppy.
No.
Why didn't you send him the money back?
He just didn't make me send him the money back. He knows I was going to use it for shopping or for bills or something else.
I guess.
Yeah. Like, I told him I didn't end up getting the dog. He's like, oh, okay.
So when you do you like date?
Not really. I don't really let men take me out on dates.
Because I could just imagine
that.
Like, you hanging out with a dude, then, like, how do you breach that conversation that, like, yo, hey, my rent's actually getting paid by something I used to do back in the day?
I let people know right away. And I think the reason being is because my feet, it's not my body. It's just my feet.
It's your body.
I mean, it is, but I'm saying, like, it's not, like, sexual content. Yeah. It's literally just my feet. Like, I'll sit there and be like, can you take pictures of my feet for me? It's like, at the end of the day, like, okay. Like, if you really wanted me to stop doing it, it'd be like, okay. Like, I do understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, you got to understand, now I got to fill in that empty part. Which, like, I make plenty enough every month to pay my rent. But it's like, okay, you just took that away from me. How are you going to fix it?
So if he was like,
let's keep taking pictures of those feet.
That's what you would do?
What?
I just don't understand why you guys would, like, your rent is paid off of just a couple pictures of my feet.
Yeah, me personally, it's about the I guess, like, it's the integrity of the relationship. Especially, like, if you didn't have if you couldn't pay your rent without the feet pics, we're going to do that until we figured out a way to remove it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, if he really was like, babe, like, I just don't feel comfortable with this. Like, can you stop? I'd be like, okay. And that's because I know at the end of the day, I make plenty enough to pay my rent. And any man that I do talk to has always been someone who's like, well, if we do end up together, I'm taking care of everything. You don't have to take care of anything. So it's like, if I'm in a relationship, why am I doing it anymore? Yeah. Like, I'm single right now. I don't have no man to worry about. So it's like, well, shit, I'm going to make my little extra money.
That's crazy. You can take a picture of some toes.
I know girls who, like, degrade men through text messaging.
I have a friend who is a dominatrix, and when I tell you she gets paid to stomp on balls and high heels.
You been to Tokyo Valentino? You're listen, yo, this is hey man, listen, this world is insane. Right?
I went once and never went again. I saw some shit that I never want to see again. I want it scrubbed from my memory.
Which floor was it on?
You know, I truly don't remember.
Well, we gotta take a field trip in there one day.
You've never been?
I've been to Tokyo Valentino, but I ain't never been downstairs.
Yes, see, we just got to take you just so you can explore and see.
I went as a part. I was invited to an adult costume party. I had no idea what I was walking into. I walked in, I'm like, yeah.
I didn't know either because it was one of the DJs who's my friend who invited me. He's like, it's Monday night at Tokyo. You're bored. Just come hang out. You can hang out by the DJ booth. And I go,
I'm a club in there. Yep.
It's every night?
Every Monday.
Yeah.
Right?
Tokyo. What? This is the one on
Cheshire Bridge.
Buckhead, right? This is Buckhead, right?
Yeah. Right across from Gino's Pizza.
And down the street from Cirque, right?
Yeah, right across the street from Cirque.
Looks like we're going on a field trip. I just want to see it. I've been hearing about it. He told me about it a while ago, and I just
it's like a.
I think something you need to see.
Yeah, I think it's one of them things like you got to experience. Like you don't think it's real till you see it.
Till you see it, and then you be like, "What the fuck?"
It's like a Jamie Foxx party, but we're not gonna talk about that. Facts.
The Diddy party.
Well, that's so crazy though, because since being a private chef and like cooking in some really really famous people's homes, I done been in some people's houses and done seen some shit that I like. People that I looked up to as a child, like I want to meet this person. I'd have been in their house and they having an event, and I'm like, never again.
Yep.
Never again.
Bro, listen, it's when they talk about like Hollywood and like
Hollywood is
being
sick.
rich, like it's people who can get anything they want.
They get anything and everything and do anything and everything because they know people are not gonna give a fuck at the end of the day because they got all the money in the world to play with.
Walking around with a bunch of hush money. Shout out P. Diddy, man.
Shout out P. Diddy.
I'm bullshitting.
Shout out P. Diddy is crazy.
You know it was crazy though is speaking of P. Diddy, ever since like he been like, in this little shit, Carisha been real quiet.
What's she supposed to say?
She not supposed to say anything.
Exactly.
But you know what I really think the difference is between Carisha and like someone like Cassie is that Carisha is a ghetto freak hoe. So she be seeing a lot of that shit happen and just don't say anything because like I said, she a ghetto freak hoe. That girl done told her she likes being peed on and shit. Yeah. Cassie is not that type of girl.
Yeah. So, made into that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why you're never gonna hear Carisha say the same thing that everybody else is saying.
Like you don't know how like vanilla your life is till you are around ultra rich people.
Yep.
And then you're like, yo, like it's things that don't cross your mind because you got real life like
shit to do,
bills, and like I gotta go grocery shopping.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Should I do that today?
And they be asking for the most bizarre shit, but be paying you a bag to do it.
Bizarre shit like?
Don't ask me because
you said it like you asked the question.
Listen. I got the price sheet. Okay, listen. Don't ask me how I got it. All right, no, ask me how I got it. People be getting peed on for like $15K.
Yep.
One day.
$15K to get pissed on is crazy. I heard
that. Would you let a girl piss on you $15K?
A girl pee on me? No, absolutely not. Don't pee on me.
$15K, you're done.
You're done. Pee on me?
Listen.
You get peed on once, you can hop in the shower and you got $15K in your account.
Peed on is crazy.
Bro, pee lasts for like less than 40 seconds.
Okay, you'll get squirted on. Like, I know there's a difference, but like, even still.
No, I was about to say.
Pee on me, $15K? Man.
I know people who do like blood sports.
What is
period
that?
Play.
Mm-hmm.
Pay money, six.
After my experience with that, I'm nothing on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nothing on that. I had a horrible experience with a period once in my life.
Oh,
bro,
no.
and that's why I say the game is on easy for men, but I don't think men are willing to do what it takes to win that game because like there's some rich widows out here that will take men to Pound Town.
I really like. I tell all my homeboys, because they be like, Essence, you've got it so easy. All these men just dote on you and they love you so much. And I be telling them, y'all, it's easy for you too. You just don't want to go out and find them, because I guarantee you, the same way I can go to a bar in Midtown and find some old rich Israelite nigga to be a trick on me, you guys can go down there because there's some old white woman at the bar.
You heard of Johnny's? No, Joanne's. What is it called?
I heard of this.
Yep.
I've heard of this. My homeboy was telling me about this.
It's a cougar club.
You go in there, bro. I know a nigga right now is getting all his bills paid, his car paid for, and every shoe that comes out.
I know someone who he had a $7,000 property tax, debt that he had, and this woman paid it all. She be taking care of his shoes, his car note, his mortgage.
And all he gotta do is just what? Fuck off.
He don't even bone the girl.
Bro, I'm telling you. Nice conversation, be nice. Bro.
I'm doing this shit wrong.
I'm telling you, you guys just be going about it wrong.
See, I was here to do the Lord's work. That's why I have to keep the. I was here to be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
That's why I think my job in this world is. But other people,
I don't think I'm built for it. Honestly, I don't think I'm built for that. To be completely honest, that's crazy. Oh my God! And I know I talk about the aunties and the mamas at the beginning and end of every episode, but I don't think I could let a woman.
To be honest, though, I feel like that's why I have a problem with being a sugar baby, because I tried that shit for a little while and my attitude be getting in the way. I be like, look here, John, I'm not dealing with your bullshit today.
John, is that his name for real?
No, but just it always be some old white dude, and they just be like wanting you to be their constant companion, lover, and friend. And I be like, look, sir, you 74 years old. I'm waiting on you to die. Write me in the will.
Man, that's crazy. What percentage of girls do you think have participated in
sugar baby play?
I want to call it sex work, because I don't think all of it's sex work, but have experienced that type of life where
being a sugar baby?
Yeah, kind of.
And sleeping with men for money, potentially.
Not even sleeping. Well, most of them gonna say they never slept with them. So
that's at the end of the day, it is whether you're fucking a rich man or you messing with a dude who gonna give you a blunt and a Percocet.
She's cooking right now.
I'm sorry,
she's cooking right
but
now.
These Atlanta girls, being around, hanging around different people. It be some girls where I just be like, y'all let this man fuck you raw. You let this man do all this type of shit for you, and all you ask for is a 3-5.
Bro,
baby girl.
It's great.
Not gonna lie, my old roommate, she would, every time I come in the house, with a whole bunch of shopping bags or just get my rent paid or whatever it is, she would just look at me and you could see the jealousy just brewing in her eyes. And she was a pretty girl, so I try to put her on and be like, well, no, I've got this person for you, or let me. And she did sex work, so she did sleep with people for money. She was very open and honest about it. So it was well, I have people that I would mess with, but I would mess with you because you on that type of thing where you could have your entire life paid for. And she just a lot of girls just don't pick up on it, so they stay messing around with these men who will sleep with you for $100. And I'm like, why are you even letting a man who's like that around your body?
I think it's I don't want to call it an addict, but it's I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if I need it, I'm gonna get it. It's
people,
It's like drugs.
And
Drugs.
that's very understandable. But like I said, at the end of the day, I talked about just a few minutes ago, if you are a pretty girl who you're talented and you might be in college and you've really got stuff going for you, you do decide to okay, I want to get me someone who's gonna fund my life, fund my act bad. Do something that's at least worth it, because this ain't whether you are sleeping with a man for money or not, it's no reason that you should ever give your body to a man who won't respect your body, who won't respect your personal space, who won't respect what you do, who won't want to help you succeed and help you win. There's no reason you should ever be doing that.
Damn. That's
What's the craziest rate you heard for something? Like the $100 guy. What's like the craziest story you've heard from somebody?
This is a girl that I'm friends with, and she is one of those girls who travel out the country to go do stuff with men for.
I have a question before you go any further. Is she one of the ones that get shitted on?
Yes, and she charges $100K and will just get shitted on by men for like a full day and come home with her $100K. And I'm like, I'm sorry, baby girl. I can't, no. Can't do it. Not for me, not happening. But yeah, she'll get shitted on for $100K. And I'm just like, okay. And to me, here's the thing. It's not even the fact that you let a man poop on you, okay? It's how did someone formulate this fetish and decide this turns me on? Let me go do this.
Some
Let me
people
go.
have like a humiliation, I used to do a podcast. My homie Gerald, it's like he like getting spit on. Like he was like, "Yo, when a girl spit in my face, like I'm brick." That's what he.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I don't even like that. Fuck no. I don't even like that when a man do it to me. I had a nigga one time. We was hanging around. We was fucking. We was in it. He spit on my face, and I was like, "Get the fuck off of me."
Yeah, spit. I don't do.
Fuck no.
Somebody's face
is crazy.
It's like the ultimate disrespect.
It's like I'm not a slave, sir.
I think it's the shock that got people there. Cause like niggas do stuff like choking girls and smacking on the ass. Like all of that's like a shock that, you know.
To me, when it comes to like physical discomfort, I just think about being a slave and just like.
Some people have slave fetishes.
I know they do.
Have slave
I know
fetishes.
they do.
That shit is crazy.
Can't do
the
it.
Dominatrix, when I went to Tokyo, it was a girl in a leather suit, cat suit.
Probably beating the shit out of him.
Had a leash on him, walking him around the place. I'm talking about dude like 5'4", like 190 pounds, like in a Walmart polo, getting tugged around, bro.
Yeah. And like I know something that's really big in Atlanta is the whole pay pig thing, a financial dominatrix.
Yeah, financial domination. They'll be like, go to the ATM, take the money out, like,
or like these men will give.
You're not doing good enough. You need to they'll pick up another job just to give them more money.
Like give the girl the whole paycheck. She controls his money and everything. Like, and they enjoy that.
They enjoy getting their account drained.
Yes.
Nigga, that is nuts.
Can I eat today?
And I'm sorry. If I found a nigga who wanted me to treat him like that, I'm taking all his money and I'm blocking him. Cause ain't no way.
What? Pay pigs? Yeah. Go to the ATM and get the money out. So the girl's talking to him like that?
Yeah.
And he's
that's why I be telling that's why I be telling people the
world
world
is
is way different than you think it is.
Different. I've never heard that until right now. 30 seconds ago. That was my first time hearing about that. And that's a thing. Girls' lives are kind of. That's some. How do you? What satisfaction do you get off?
That's what I be asking myself. Like, how did you come to find out that you, as a man, gained pleasure from this activity?
The world is straying further and further away from the Lord.
I'm telling you.
Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest. Like, get your money by all means. But the foot thing is crazy. I hate feet.
I know you do. You told me that when you first met me.
I hate feet. So what? And Nick.
Yeah, just
getting. Shout out to you for getting your rent paid off your toes. Cause what? I would never. Whatever, bro. That's just nuts.
If a girl came to you and was like, such and such wanted to hit me up, and they want feet pics, would you be down to do it?
I'd be like, what? I can't comprehend that. Like, that's the weirdest shit ever to me. I literally despise feet so much, bro. I'm like, that's gross. You're an adult, do what you want to do, but ew. I don't know if I'd stay. I know I said earlier, get your money. Like, if that was my girl, yeah, get our rent paid. But feet are the nastiest thing to me. Fucking hate feet. I wear socks 24/7, literally.
I'm dead.
So nah, ew, nah.
I'm trying to think, bro. Like, what would I be willing to
What am I
do
willing
for
to
the
give
bag? I don't know. Like, I always.
The feet shit is crazy. The getting shit on thing is nuts. $100K to get shit. $100,000. A girl
I
asks
don't
you.
think I could do that.
So like, is it like a group of people or is it just one person doing the pooping?
Depends.
It depends, but it's the man pooping on a girl.
And this is out the country.
Yeah,
Yes,
Dubai.
this is not America. This is a Dubai.
You didn't hear about that?
I
People
heard
was taking,
about it.
Girls were taking like, it was like groups of like 5, 6 girls getting 40, 50K each.
And here's the thing, it's not just like normal girls. All these big like influencers that you be
The
seeing,
bad ones.
like bad bitches, like who be saying they do all these brand deals and stuff like that. That's not how they own that big ass fucking mansion and drive that G wagon.
they getting
Okay,
shit
they
on.
getting shitted on in Dubai.
All them girls paying Steven for his. That's what. Hey. Come on.
Okay, like don't let them lie to
my
you.
God.
They are involved in nefarious activities. It just
And it's crazy. You go get shit on 5 times a year. You're running it up. You go 10 times. That's a meal.
Exactly. You making people like that. That's why they be on the mic talking about I need a man. Maybe they're signaling right in these public interviews when they be like, I need a man who make $100K.
because
And
in
that's probably like-
Dubai, 100K is child's money. It's
No, it
child's
is,
play.
100%.
Like I keep telling people, out of America, rich.
It's
We
different.
people be thinking that Americans are rich. You're not. Like growing up in Africa, have you ever seen a rich African man? Nothing on an American man who has money. Like you think that trillionaires don't exist. You haven't been to the Middle East. You haven't been to Nigeria. You haven't like.
different.
They do, just not in America. It's quiet money. It's not how it is here.
I had a dude come to. I worked at Dillard's, and he came in. He had a presidential Rolex. He had an iPhone 4, mind you. The iPhone like 8 was out.
Yeah.
Right, and like you look at him. He had a nice suit on, whatever.
Yeah.
He showed me a video on the first generation iPad. A driveway. The thing come out the driveway. You park your car, get out the
it
car,
goes back.
and it goes into the driveway. Yo, dog, what am I doing over here?
That is nuts, bro. The money is different in these other countries, bro. Like when I went to Dubai, I realized we don't really got much going on over here, bro. When I saw a Bugatti, like I saw a regular
Gold Bugatti?
bro, literally a golden Bugatti. I saw a Mercedes, like it was a Mercedes. I don't know what the fuck the shit was. It was a Bentley Sprinter van.
Oh yeah.
I was like, hey, make these?
And it's so crazy because, like, at the end of the day, when people say that America is the land of opportunity, it really is. Because let me tell you, you make your money in America and go and invest it in these other countries. That's why I be telling people, like, a minimum wage job here, you're upper middle class where I grew up in Africa. Mm-hmm. Like, that's how, because money is so different and the value of money is so different outside of America. But, like, people just don't know that because everybody thinks America's the richest country in the world.
I had a question for you. How much would you go if you got offered the 100K to go get shit on? Would you do it?
Fuck no.
Okay.
I've already been offered 100K by a man in Dubai because he wanted to watch me and my homegirl fuck each other. And he was like, I will literally send you the money right now. And I'm thinking, like, this nigga is a liar. Like, he
I'm on
lying.
Instagram doing a helicopter tonight. I'm on Instagram doing a helicopter tonight, boy.
It just wasn't for me because, like I said, like at the end of the day, it's like cool. Like it's a lot of money, and like I know I sell feet pictures for money. But like at the end of the day, like if I feel like I'm selling my body, plus you don't understand like the repercussions of like doing something like that because this man gets it on video. Okay,
Facts.
I
gotta go ahead.
I
Cook up.
end up blowing up and like, you know, getting famous or whatever. And now this
Black
man's, This man's got a video of me, and it's like, it's not even about the blackmail. At the end of the day, I don't care what you post. I have been blackmailed before, and it was really bad.
What happened?
It was really
What's the
bad.
blackmail story?
So, back when I used to do OnlyFans, my family does not know that I did OnlyFans. They, up to this day, do not know that I did OnlyFans. So, even though OnlyFans has, like, copyright, like, all that stuff, you can still screen record everything. So, after I quit OnlyFans, a few months after, I get this man in my Facebook Messenger inbox, and he's like, well, I want to buy content from you. And I'm like, I don't make content anymore, and it's just not for me. And he kept persisting, and I was like, you're being very rude. So I blocked him. I get a message from another account, and it's every single video off my OnlyFans. He's like, I'm gonna send it to your family right now. And I'm like, no, the fuck you're not. So I'm like freaking out. I'm like crying. I'm like hysterical. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, I really wouldn't mind them knowing, but they don't need to see. Like,
Yeah.
So my family's very religious.
How'd you get past that?
So he sends me screenshots of him sending it to my mother, my father, my sister, my aunts, my grandmother. And so I'm like, I got to get this man's account deleted ASAP so they can't see any of these messages. So I'm frantically like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? I'm telling my friends to report his account for harassment and for, pornography and all that shit. And thankfully his account did get deleted. But wherever he is, that man still has those videos. And all you got to do is send them to my family. And it's like, oh, shit.
Crazy. I've heard that. I know someone else that actually had the same exact thing happen to them, but they actually sent it to the family.
Yeah, no.
So I know somebody that was offered the Versace House of Versace in Miami. They were offered like
Wait,
two
what?
bands.
Oh, the house.
Yeah, you like on
Yeah,
Ocean Drive.
yeah.
They have They were damn. I don't want to play with these people, dog. Like, there's a certain level of people in this world that like I'm good, bro. Like y'all got it. Actually, we're just gonna leave that story alone. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh, damn, it's that deep?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
This
we're
off
just
camera. This
we're,
off
we're
camera
just gonna
story.
leave that story alone,
That is crazy.
bro. There's some people in this world that you just don't want to like.
Piss off.
There's some people you just don't want to fuck with.
Yeah.
You know not to fuck with those people because they will end your life.
Bro,
Literally.
They will end your life.
Literally.
like if you ever watch Kingsman.
Yeah.
You remember the last one where they had the three brothers and they were like, they looked at the world as like a game of army, like war. That's how some people treat like they don't see other humans as like humans. They look at them as like a game that they be playing.
Crazy.
I'm good, bro.
He was about to tell
I'm gonna be an NPC right over there. Just leave me out.
And
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
insane because ever since I started private chefing and I'm like in all these famous people's houses, first of all, I've never signed an NDA and I will never sign an NDA. Number two, I think the reason that my clients don't make me sign an NDA is because I'm very quiet. I've never told anybody whose house I'm at, when or where, and I don't post my food from my client's house. I'm very quiet, very discreet, and everybody picks on that very quick. Like even me private chefing, that's all word of mouth. It's except for my first client, it's never been on Instagram that someone has found my food and been like, I want to book you. It's all word of mouth. But the conversations that I've heard and the things that I've witnessed and been around is some of it is terrifying. But I will keep my mouth shut because I value my life over anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stay out the way. I'm gonna just do.
It's
no point.
people.
There's no
It's like certain things, and being in certain people's houses where I know if I ever said anything, they could off my whole family real quick, and people would never say anything about it. So it's like I'm gonna just choose to keep my mouth shut instead.
Bro, like you'll
different.
start to get paranoid. Like when you get around certain people that you know have like, you'll start to like, yeah, let me remove myself from here, because then you'll start to see things in places you shouldn't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy, bro. The power of like money, really, because that's really what it boils down to.
Bro.
If you got a bunch of money, you can do whatever.
Because
fuck.
money can get you anything
It
in
can
America,
be
right?
Anything, anywhere.
That shit's crazy,
You,
bro.
you got to think like people pay like drug addicts to go steal for them.
Yeah.
I'll give you a tenth of the price of what you're about to go get, and people will do it. Like, people will drop your location. Like people, especially dudes, bruh. You have to be like, guys who don't have any self-control over women are the most dangerous people.
Very dangerous, extremely.
Because niggas will crash out.
No. That's not why. Because somebody can send a girl, and you think, and she's getting, man, I'm good, bro.
Hold up, because I had this happen, okay? I had this happen a couple months ago, and it was really scary. I had a girl who, it was a whole situation that happened, which I'm not finna get into it. Like, legally, I can't talk about it, but something happened. The girl, the guys in the situation didn't have control over what happened, didn't get the upper hand over me. And so, you know, shit happened. That's a whole different thing. But a couple months later, I had a girl text me, and she was like, "Hey, I danced at this club. I got your number from somebody. Like, are you so and so?" And I'm like, "No." Like, I'm just thinking it's a wrong number. So I'm like, "No, it's a wrong number." And like 15 minutes later, this one man follows me on Instagram, likes all my posts, and I get a call from the man on Instagram, and I'm like, "Where did you get my number?" Somebody gave my number out. Like, where'd you get my number? And I know it's the people that's involved in the situation that happened a couple months ago. And he's like, the same lines that the girl said. He's like, is your name thus and such who works at this club, da da da. And I'm like, not giving him any information, but I immediately hang up the phone and block this man's number, block him on Instagram, block him off everything. I blocked the girl off of everything too. And I start getting spam messages from this man talking about, "Oh, I didn't mean to offend you. Like, we can go out to lunch or something. You can, like, asking for my address and all that type of shit." So I was like, "Oh, like, y'all still trying to set me up for real." And I just had to block his number. So every once in a while, he'll text me from a spam number, or someone will text me and be like, "Is this so and so from thus and such club?" Never worked at the club that they're talking about. So that's how I know it was connected to what happened. But that's just crazy how people be.
That's why when, like, podcasting, like, that's why people be like, "You should go work with such and such," or "You got a connection to that person, you should do that." I am not working with nobody that somebody doesn't know somebody that is the reason we're here.
Exactly.
Like, Aldi is all organic. All right? Because listen, if you skip steps, it is somebody right there that's like that shaky brick, and you gonna fall.
That's why I be telling people, you can never be overly concerned for your safety in this day and age. The way that people are, you can never be too concerned, because there's so much crazy shit that happens. One wrong step and it all goes left. Yeah. Exactly.
Cooked. That's why I be in the crib. I'm
telling you, like, I'm here working at home.
That shit don't be worth it. Like, nigga, I don't remember last time I went out. Shit, last time, what, Halloween? Oh, I popped out with y'all.
Facts.
That was the last time I went somewhere. I can't do nothing else, bro. This shit is too dangerous out here.
I'm going to places where people can see me.
Exactly.
All right? Dark, we don't do that. All right? Where's the lights? People got cameras around. Something happened. Somebody gonna know.
Somebody's gonna know exactly what happened. This shit, bro. It was lovely having you here.
Facts.
Have fun.
This is a good episode. A lot of gems were dropped.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you again, because I told you earlier, I'm very proud of you.
Thank
and
you.
how far you've come to get to where you at. And
I definitely would have never guessed you was 21 though. Never.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Girl, been through a lot. But tell the people where they can find you, if you want to.
Oh yeah, go ahead. My Instagram is sheis_essence, and that's my TikTok and YouTube too. I don't really be on them, but I be on Instagram a lot. So hey, you can DM me there or follow me there.
Also, before you get out of here, what is one of your main goals for 2024?
Main goals for 2024. I feel like just to continue to grow in peace and to develop my emotions and mental and keep growing into the young woman that I am, and focus on not being a people pleaser, because at the end of the day, my no is no, and me being happy and loving myself is what's most important to me right now.
It's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, thank you again for pulling up.
Thank you too.
It was a pleasure having you.
Facts. W episode.
Very much so. Very much so.
But listen, y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, and we'll see y'all next time.